Welcome back to the next video in my Mexican travel series where I spent 7 days eating and drinking my way through what's known as the heart of Mexico. From street snacks to special holiday dishes, in this video I'll show you everything I ate, and at the end I'm gonna tell you what I liked best and what wasn't so good. First up, Chileza Nogada. With roots dating back to the 18th century, Chileza Nogada is typically served on holidays and is known as Mexico's national dish. A poblano pepper is fire roasted, then stuffed with over 20 ingredients and covered in nogada, a creamy white sauce made with walnuts. The combination of savory and sweet, crunchy and creamy are what make this dish so unique and unlike any other Mexican dish I've ever tried. Next up, the Rotisserie Chicken. I wouldn't normally include something as ordinary as this, but it seems like you can find one of these shops along every main street in Jalisco, and oftentimes several of them. You can usually smell the scent of roasted chicken way before you can even see the shops, and they range from little independently owned family joints to national chains. They're normally takeout only, so it's a convenient option if you're looking for something quick, easy, and cheap on your way back to your hotel or to your house. Another relatively common dish you'll find is menudo. Typically served at breakfast, it's a traditional Mexican soup made with cow stomach in broth with a chili pepper base and then seasoned with lime juice, onions, and oregano. This combination of hot broth, spices, and protein is a great way to start the morning, and it's also a really great hangover cure. And if you're not into eating cow stomach first thing in the morning, or you need something with a little more sustenance, here's another breakfast item for you, chilaquiles. Little pieces of corn tortillas, lightly fried and then covered in a red or green salsa, with shredded chicken sometimes added into the mix. Chilaquiles is usually served alongside refried bean and eggs, but for me, lengua or cow tongue. And now, onto something a little bit more familiar with most of us here in the US, tacos. The tacos here in Mexico are really the best you can find outside of LA. The combination of freshly made tortillas and high quality meats cannot be beat. And on top of that, they usually cost less than $1 each and can be found on every block in every city, big or small, all throughout Mexico. You literally can't go a block without running into a street taco stand. But you need to step out of your comfort zone and try one of the weird ones like brain, tongue, eyeballs, and face meat. Trust me, it sounds gross, but it'll totally blow your mind. This here is the Torta Algara, a specialty of the Guadalajara region. It is a sandwich that's drowned in a tomato-based sauce made of dried chilies. Legend has it, some patrons stumbled into a bar one night and ordered a sandwich. The cook accidentally dropped it into a pot of sauce, and the Torta Algara was born. There's absolutely no way to consume this without making a huge mess. So don't wear a white shirt when you're planning on eating one of these sandwiches. And let me tell you, this is one of the most hearty, filling sandwiches I've ever had in my life. Mexico loves snacks. Churros, fresh fruit, chicharron, elotes, or street corn. You can find street vendors selling snacks of all kinds everywhere in Mexico. And anyone that knows me knows that I love strange snacks. And when I found this vendor serving up roasted insects, I had to try some. Chapalinas or grasshoppers, big booty ants, mealworms, all kinds of strange insects roasted and then mixed with garlic chips, peanuts, and covered in a spicy, salty sauce. It pairs really well with a shot of tequila and a Corona. And then there's the Tosti Loco. Similar in concept to the American walking taco, but it tastes totally different. Sour, spicy, crunchy, and a bit chewy from the pickled pig skin. It's definitely one snack that I'll never forget. If I had to think of one food that was authentically Mexican, it has to be borrego al pastor. Sheep or lamb cooked the traditional way, on a stick, slowly roasted over an open flame, shepherd style. This was more of an experience than anything else. From the huge open pit barbecue out front to the decor inside, I really felt like I was tasting a piece of Mexican tradition passed down from generation to generation. The dish itself, very simple. Smoky chunks of meat, slightly chewy in texture, drizzled with a slightly spicy salsa on top, and served with a side of consomme. This was meat heaven. Finally, on my last day back in Ajijic, I had a molcajete mixto. It's essentially a fajita-style dish of chicken, shrimp, meat, onions, peppers, and cheese, tons of cheese, served in a blazing hot bowl made of volcanic rock. It comes to the table sizzling and makes for a really great presentation. But admittedly, by the time you get to the bottom, any meat and chicken or shrimp down there gets a little bit overcooked. This was just a tiny fraction of the myriad of dishes you can find in Mexico, so I do apologize if I missed something that you think I should have tried, but I do feel like I got a good sense of what real Mexican cuisine is all about. So which dish, which food was my favorite? I really like the rotisserie chicken, but honestly, who doesn't? So I think I'm gonna have to give it to the Chileza Nogada, because it was one of the most unique and surprising of all the foods I ate. It was completely different than any Mexican cuisine I've ever had, and passionately prepared by one of the best chefs in Jalisco. With over 16 years of experience, he served some of the most prominent people in Jalisco and even the president of Mexico himself. And then of course the tacos, come on, the tacos in Mexico are the best in the world. You can go to any street taco stand and find an amazing taco and spend less than $3 for lunch. And what was the worst food that I had when I was in Mexico? Definitely the toasty locos. Mexicans seem to really enjoy it, but for me, I just couldn't get past the strange combination of pickled pigskin, hot dog, lime juice, and hot sauce. Definitely an acquired taste. A close runner-up were these chapulines I had in Guadalajara. They were really small and just not very appetizing at all. And there was a couple other things that didn't taste so great, but we won't go there. Those are just the main ones that really stuck out of my mind. And likewise for the ones I enjoy most. That's it guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you check out the rest of my Mexican travel videos by following the link to this playlist right here.